Have you ever imagined a time before time? A place before places? What if I told you that according to ancient Chinese mythology, everything you see, mountains, rivers, the sky, even your own breath, came from the body of one enormous being? In this video, we dive into the breathtaking origin of the world, as told in one of the oldest and most powerful legends from China. The story of Pangu, the first being, the giant who gave birth to the world. Long before humans ever walked the earth, and even before there was an earth to walk on, there existed only the vast nothingness of the universe, a complete and perfect void. There was no light, no shape, no sound. Time did not flow, space did not stretch, and life was yet to be imagined. The universe was a swirling chaos, enclosed in a massive cosmic egg. This egg held within it the unformed essence of everything, light and darkness, air and stone, heat and cold. It was a balance of opposing forces, resting in total stillness for millions of years. And within this egg, at its very center, something extraordinary happened. A spark of life emerged, a sleeping giant, neither god nor man, but something entirely different. His name was Pangu. He lay dormant for 18,000 years, slowly absorbing the raw energy of the cosmos. As the energy matured, so did he. Pangu's body began to take shape, his muscles forming from the condensed power of the universe, his mind born from the harmony and struggle of the elements. Over time, his awareness grew until one day, at the very beginning of beginnings, Pangu opened his eyes. The moment Pangu's eyes flickered open, light burst forth. His gaze pierced through the endless dark. The egg, which had held the whole universe in suspension, began to tremble. Realizing he was trapped within it, Pangu took a deep breath, reached for the giant axe that had mysteriously appeared beside him, a symbol of divine strength and purpose. And with all his might, he swung it. One great strike, and the cosmic egg split in two with a deafening primordial roar. From that single act, the universe as we know it began to take shape. The lighter, purer elements, heat, light, and air, rose upward to form the sky. The heavier, denser substances, rock, water, and soil, sank downward to form the earth. But this wasn't the end. The sky and the earth were still unstable, always threatening to crash back into each other. Pangu, realizing this delicate balance, made a decision that would shape everything forever. He stood tall between the two halves, arms stretched toward the heavens, legs planted firmly on the emerging ground. And every single day, for another 18,000 years, Pangu grew taller by 10 feet. As he grew, the sky rose with him, and the earth expanded below. This constant expansion held the world in perfect equilibrium. He was the living pillar of the cosmos, the bridge between all things. While the heavens drifted farther into the sky, and the earth deepened beneath his feet, Pangu continued his watch, ensuring the two would never again merge into chaos. During these years, Pangu became more than just a creator. He became the very embodiment of purpose and strength. He lived alone in a vast and newly forming universe, driven by the mission of bringing order to disorder. His breath began to shape the atmosphere, creating the first winds and clouds. His voice rumbled through the air as thunder, and his fierce eyes became symbols of night and day. His left eye became the brilliant sun, shining down upon the earth, and his right eye transformed into the serene moon, guarding the night. But as all things must change, so too did Pangu's journey come to an end. When the separation of sky and earth was finally complete, when the world could stand on its own, Pangu laid down his massive body one final time. And in that sacred moment, his body began a transformation so profound that it would breathe life into every part of the world. His body didn't just vanish, it became the world. His head reached the heavens and transformed into the highest mountains. His voice became thunderous echoes in the valleys. His breath lingered as the wind. His limbs stretched across the landscape, forming the majestic continents and landforms. His blood became the rivers and oceans, endlessly flowing to nourish the land. His muscles formed the fertile soil where forests and fields would later grow. His bones became mighty mountains and hills. His teeth turned into sharp rocks and crystals. His marrow transformed into precious minerals, gold, jade, and silver, hidden deep within the earth. Even his hair and beard, scattered by the wind, became the stars in the sky and the plants on the ground. His skin became the soil, layered and rich. His sweat and tears fell as rain, watering the land. And perhaps the most poetic detail of all, his very last breath gave rise to the winds that still blow across the earth today. From head to toe, from spirit to flesh, Pangu didn't just build the world, he became it. And what of life? Some versions of the myth say that the tiny creatures who lived on Pangu's skin, parasites, were transformed by divine power into the first human beings. In this sense, humanity carries a small but essential part of the cosmic creator within them. These early people inherited the potential to shape, to build, to imagine, and to destroy. They became part of the eternal cycle of creation and transformation. This myth of Pangu is more than just a story. It is a spiritual metaphor and a reflection of ancient Chinese beliefs. It expresses the idea that all things in the universe are deeply connected, born from the same origin and existing in a delicate balance. The sky and the earth, light and darkness, growth and stillness, all flow in harmony. And through Pangu, these cosmic forces were brought into being and carefully arranged. Many scholars and storytellers believe that this myth represents not only the beginning of the physical world, but also the birth of time, space, and energy. Pangu's daily growth, the steady expansion of the sky, and the slow thickening of the earth symbolize progress, evolution, and the patience needed to bring about lasting change. In this way, the story teaches that the world was not built in an instant. It took millennia, it took effort, it took care. As generations passed, the story of Pangu became a cornerstone of ancient Chinese culture. His myth is not just a tale of creation, it is a foundation for how people once viewed the universe, the forces of nature, and even their own purpose in the world. In many ways, the image of Pangu, standing tall and alone, separating the heavens and the earth, symbolizes the Chinese worldview of balance, harmony, and order prevailing over chaos. What's fascinating is that, unlike many other creation myths from around the world, the story of Pangu does not focus on a pantheon of gods warring with each other or ruling from above. Instead, it centers around one single selfless being who used his entire existence to create balance. He was not a ruler, but a builder, not a tyrant, but a sacrifice. His story lacks grand battles or cosmic politics. Instead, it offers a deep reflection on personal responsibility, patience, and transformation. Pangu didn't just create the world, he became it. That's the heart of the myth. Self-sacrifice for the greater good. In Taoist philosophy, which became a major influence on Chinese thought, the natural world is made up of complementary opposites, yin and yang. Many scholars believe the Pangu myth is one of the earliest symbolic reflections of this duality. When the cosmic egg split into light and dark, sky and earth, it became a living example of the yin-yang concept. Light rose and dark sank. Pangu stood between them, ensuring neither overpowered the other. That symbolism teaches us something profound, that balance is not a state but a process. Like Pangu's steady growth, harmony takes effort, time, and commitment. And while different regions and periods of China may tell the story of Pangu in slightly different ways, the essence of the myth remains powerful. In some variations, he's joined by cosmic beasts, dragons or phoenixes. In others, he is aided by the four heavenly beasts or the elemental spirits. But always the central theme is the same. From nothing came something, and from sacrifice came everything. The idea that Pangu's body became the physical features of the earth has inspired centuries of Chinese poetry, art, and philosophy. Mountains are more than rock. They are his bones. The rivers are his lifeblood. Even the stars that twinkle at night are part of his essence. When a storm blows, it's said to be Pangu's breath still moving across the skies. This poetic view of nature reminds people to live in respect and awareness of the world around them, because they are walking on the body of a god. This myth also raises a timeless question. What is our role in the universe? If humans came from the remnants of a divine being, then we are not just observers of the world. We are part of its very soul. That gives life a sacred meaning. It places us in a web of connections, stretching all the way back to the beginning of time. The lesson is clear. Respect nature, honor balance, and understand that all life is born from the same origin. In a world where many creation myths place mankind at the center, the Pangu myth is refreshing in its humility. It tells us that we are not the main characters, but rather a small part of something vast, ancient, and sacred. The earth existed before us and will continue after us. That understanding brings humility, and with humility comes wisdom. Even today, the story of Pangu is told in schools, temples, and homes across China. It has inspired sculptures, paintings, films, and literature. His towering image, bearded, muscular, holding his axe, standing between heaven and earth, remains a powerful icon of strength and devotion. In some Taoist temples, you can still find statues of Pangu carved into mountainsides, a reminder that even the tallest peaks once came from something greater. In recent years, interest in ancient myths like Pangu's has spread around the world. As people look for deeper meaning in a fast-paced, technology-driven world, these timeless stories remind us of where we came from and what truly matters. Creation myths aren't just about how the world began, they're about how we choose to live in it. Pangu's story offers a lesson for all of us. The world was built with patience, strength, and sacrifice. Maybe we need those same virtues to care for it today. So next time you gaze at a mountain, feel the wind on your face, or stand in awe beneath the stars, remember the ancient giant who held up the sky with his own hands. Remember the one who gave everything to give us something. The story of Pangu is more than a myth. It's a legacy carved into the very structure of our world. And if this ancient tale stirred something inside you, if it made you think differently about nature, balance, or creation, don't forget to share this video, hit the like button, and subscribe for more myths, legends, and timeless stories that shaped our world. Dive deeper with us into the myths that move mountains and the legends that shape civilizations. Thanks for watching.